Okay, so first things first, as you can see, different aspect ratio. Well, not really, just better setup of how I did it. We are currently on our way back to Eulmore. So let's get this started. Lord Fothry, we hear, we obey. Ah, oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Okay, what did Fothry do to them? Wait, there's more people in the area? Oh, this is a large space. I wonder if I'll find them up here. Five. Dude, what did Fothry do to these people? Long live Lord Fothry. Long live Lord Fothry. Okay, that's creepy. By the way, if I sound a little stuffed up, it's because I am sick. Good of you to join us. I was debating whether to warn you, but it's too late now. I take it you notice the people behaving strangely along the path. It's more of the same here. Stola and LSA are investigating as we speak. Let's wait and see what they have to say.
Strange. Passing strange. By their behavior, we may safely assume that they are under Vorthri's mind control. Yet the extent of the effect seems to vary dramatically between subjects. It is far too pronounced to be attributed simply to the vagaries of innate magical resistance.
Curiouser and curiouser. We met with no trouble en route. My thanks for securing the way. But given the state of the townsfolk, I see we were never in any danger of being recognized.
What can you tell us from here?
I sense a powerful eater in the uppermost reaches of the city. But there's something different about it. Its light is impure. We need to get closer.
Oh, so that one's Alphino. Well, unless you're triplets.
Kaishia, what are you doing here?
While I was scouting the area, I noticed a suspicious figure skulking about. So I accosted him, only to have him call me Alphino. I thought it best to bring him along.
You see, that informant who's been feeding secrets to the Crystarium, it's me. See, after you saved my life in Eulmore, I thought about going somewhere far away, but I couldn't just leave, not without paying you back. So I decided to stay here, keep an eye on things, and whenever I spotted something strange, I shared it with your friends.
That took no small amount of courage. Well done.
I assume you saw what happened here.
Right, so an airship flew in a bit ago, and not long after, Vorthri starts ranting and raving. You could hear him from all the way out here. Geezer was doing his nut, shouting and screaming like someone had nicked his pie.
It is like the airship bore the soldiers sent to thwart our efforts in Armorang.
So eventually the yelling dies down, and then this hot, sticky wind comes blowing through. Now that's when everyone went funny. No, everyone but me. Well, me and a couple of newcomers, though even they started mumbling about Vorthri after a while. Not as bad as the rest, mind you.
Newcomers.
There's something I need Reen to see. This was among the townfolk's food stores.
Oh, that's just meal. Eulmore doles the stuff out.
No, it couldn't be. I know what it is. It's Sin Eater. Meal is made out of Sin Eater.
Wait, what?
So it is. In limited quantities, it may have little effect on an average individual.
Okay. Now I get the
Yet if one were to
Soylent Green
consume it regularly,
comment.
over a period of several years, I suspect it would do far, far more than merely nourish the body.
That Vorthri wieldeth power over Sin Eaters is known. Could it be that those who partake of their flesh do thereby render themselves susceptible to his influence? 'Twould serve to explain why the town's newer arrivals succumbed less quickly than those raised on a diet of meal.
He's been rounding up Sin Eaters and feeding them to people, altering them mouthful by mouthful, all to stop them answering back. There are desperate souls out there killing themselves to escape turning. This is unforgivable. An atrocity.
These Sin Eaters. What if they are not simply rounded up? Do you remember what we were told when first we came to the city? Many enter, but none leave. Let us put an end to it. To this paradise built upon the bones of the poor.
Literally.
Vorthri's deeds are beyond justification, beyond forgiveness. Evil.
It's highly probable that the Light Warden is waiting for us somewhere in there, and I'm all for going after it. But our enemies know our faces. They know that we are coming, and they will not let us through without a fight. Like it or not, the time for stealth is past. Now, my friend, if you would be so good as to lead the charge.
Okay, now for the real question. How do I want to do this? And like, do I want to be a monk? I think I'll just stay like this. When we step through the gates, we shall find not a place of hedonistic pleasure we remember, but a battlefield. If you're prepared for this, let us sally forth.
I can feel it. A dark presence in my domain. Ah! It's them! The villains who would sow chaos in my perfect paradise! Keep them away from me! I command you! Keep them away!
He sounds terrified. Okay.
Long live Lord Vorthri.
He would use his own people as shields.
This area is older than Gate Town. There are bound to be far more civilians under Vorthri's control. But they do not act of their own free will, and we must not harm them.
As if we ever would. Press on with Alphino. We'll hold off the civilians and join you as soon as we can.
Of course, it's round sheets.
You will find my master in his chamber. But only should you kill me this day. And you will not. You may think me under his spell, but I uphold Lord Vorthry's ideals of my own volition. Man is an inherently flawed creature. In his vain pursuit of righteousness, he but sows the seeds of future conflict. Thus, have I chosen to place my hopes upon he who has transcended men, upon he who is unbound by the vagaries of conscience. But enough talk. I am a soldier, and you are my enemy. Come, let us settle this once and for all.
citizens appear to have calmed down for the moment. I can only assume Vothri is otherwise engaged. Let us go to the upper level where we can, while we can. This is a little too easy. Is he eating the Sin Eaters? He's eating the Sin Eaters, isn't he? Oh god, he's eating the Sin Eaters.
Lord Vothri! Your reign of tyranny is at an end! For too long you have preyed upon the desperation of the poor. Now you will answer for the suffering you have caused. And if you harbor even a shred of remorse, I beseech you to use your powers to redress the balance. For the future of all in Norvrant.
No, it can't be. This is wrong. It's wrong.
He's totally eating them.
The Warden, it's not just a Sin Eater. It's a man.
I called it.
Remorse?
Oh god, that's gross.
For the future of all. What nonsense is this? There is no justice but mine. No future but mine. No will but mine. It is preordained. I was born to deliver this wretched world. Me? Unseated? No. It's impossible. Inconceivable. Absurd. I am a great and wise king. Greatest and wisest. I reign from on high. I will not be brought low by maggots like you! Ah! Oh, yes, of course. I can begin again. Rebuild my paradise. Once I finish my dinner.
Oh god, no. Stop him! Thancred, stop him!
Where did he go?
Vorthri do that?
Wait! That is Mount Golg, the highest peak in Calusia. It lies on the other side of a sheer cliff, and much as I wish it were otherwise, it is beyond our reach for now. But even if it weren't, there are people here who need our help.
Oh, Alphino.
Please, even if it's only to tend to their wounds.
Hopefully I got that screenshot.
Thank you.
I don't know if it will work, but if Vorthri's hold over the people is rooted in light, I might be able to reverse its effects. Will you let me try?
Of course. We'd be grateful for any help you can provide.
Well then, if it's decided, let's all get to work.
Good news. It would seem that Reen is indeed able to reverse the effects of Vorthri's influence. Even as we speak, she tends to the afflicted in turn. Problem being, there's no end to them. We're trying to provide what relief we can to those who are waiting, and I would appreciate your help if you're willing. Wow, finally. I've really got to figure out these vendors. Administering it to the enthralled to keep them calm until they can receive proper attention. I would appreciate it if you could assist with this task. Now, those afflicted are scattered all over the city. I suggest you start your search with at the derelicts and work your way up. When you're done, be sure to let Reen know. There you are. I just finished eating this man. Now for the next one. More out in the derelicts and below, you say. So many of them. But when Finley entrusted this power to me, I won't rest till I've helped everyone.
You're going to be all right.
I think that's the last of them.
We've done all we can for the wounded. As for the rest...
Aren't you Alphino? The painter boy? What in the world is going on? Did something happen to us?
Let me handle this. Citizens of Eulmore, what I'm about to tell you will come as a shock. Indeed, you may be loath to believe it, but if you trust the evidence of your senses, it is my hope that you will listen and accept the truth, unpalatable though it may be. Vortri is a sin-eater. Everything he offered, everything he promised, was a lie.
They're not taking it well, and who could blame them?
Are you saying we were Vorthri's puppets all this time?
When you attacked us, you were not yourselves. That much is true. But your conduct prior to that moment was your own. Vorthri's unnatural charisma does not absolve you of all responsibility. Of your own free will, you came to this city and gave yourselves over to its pleasures. And in the course of this, if you mistreated those less fortunate than you, then that too was of your own free will. It is not for me to judge you, but for your victims, for history, for your conscience. You have dreamed a twisted dream, but now you are awake. You may yet share this world of ours. Join with us and each other, that we might begin anew. We've lost so many already. We dare not lose any more. I have said my piece. My thanks for giving me the chance. There is nothing more to be done here. Let us go after Vorthri.
Is there anything we can do to help? You risked your lives to bring us to our senses, and I, for one, hope to repay that debt. Begin anew, as you said.
Vorthri has fled to Mount Gulg, and we mean to pursue him. Do any of you know the way?
The only way to Mount Gulg is over the Bright Cliff. Have you an airship?
We will contemplate flight only as a last resort. Were we to come under attack whilst airborne, we would have little hope of defending ourselves. If at all possible, we would prefer to travel by land. Is there a way?
Well, the ladder is the only way up and down the cliff, but it hasn't moved in a long time. In the old days, it was operated by the mining folk who lived at the top. After the flood, it saw less and less use, and when Lord Vorthri took control, it was abandoned altogether.
So we somehow need to get the ladder working again.
It moves by means of a Talos, if that's any help. But good luck repairing that.
Talos? Did someone say Talos? You know all about them, don't you, dearest? If anyone can get this lift moving, it's you.
Well, perhaps. But see here.
Oh, yes. If you want the golem restored, you may leave it to my husband. For he happens to be the heir to Daedalus Stoneworks, foremost makers of Talos, whose contracts include the renowned mining venture of Armoreng.
So he's been here all this time.
It's been years and years since I had anything to do with it. I can't just pick up a hammer and set to work.
You can't.
No, that's not what I... It's just... All right, I will take a look at the Talos. But beyond that, I make no promises. Those with strong backs, come with me. I'll need help dragging the damn thing out of the storehouse.
Well done, brother.
Come, my friend. We have work to do.
The ladder is situated north and west of Rang. Let us make our way there. Dost thou see yonder pair of Talos? For a blessing, they were found to be in good repair. Master Chai prepareth to activate them as we speak. With our arcane knowledge, Ishtola and I will serve as his assistants. At the appointed hour, we shall imbue the golems with aether. Others, meanwhile, attend the ladder itself, which hath too long lain neglected. Extensive maintenance will be needed ere it can move again, as well as the myriad materials which to perform it. If thou art willing, we will prevail upon thee to procure lumber. My thanks. Directly to the south you will find a dry dock, Vermont Yards. Pray see if thou canst persuade the folk there to part with some lumber for our cause. Oh there, sinner. Haven't seen you around before. New to Gate Town? I take it. If you need lumber for a shack, you've come to the right place. We could do the building for you too, though that'll cost extra. You want lumber to restore the ladder? Why in the world would anyone want to do that? If you don't have the coin, least you could do is come up with some believable excuse. But look, I'm not one to turn folk away. I'll give you your lumber if you do a favor for me in return. Oh, jeez. I just finished taking stock of our supply and was about to do another good round for good measure. I want you to do the counting instead. We'll see if your total matches mine. In some of the lumber's lying in Mouthy Yard, but most of it's kept in the storehouse. For these, you can just ask Grithel for the number. Here, I'll lend you some writing materials so you can take notes. Okay. Take stock for Irvith, are you? Well, last I counted, we had 68 planks in this storehouse here. 9 of those were rotted, though we tossed them out. Another load just arrived. 13 planks in total, but one's damaged. I probably should have wrote that down because I'm realizing they want me to math it out. Bring the good winds. 76, okay. How do I fix them? You're writing down those numbers anyway, right? I'm sure you can make it work out. Fun. enough, I'll round up the lads and lasses and we'll head over to the ladder, along with all the lumber you need. The art returned. Weren't thou able to procure the lumber? Well, well. To secure not only the material, but an eager cooperation of the shipwrights. Besides, their expertise shall greatly avail our efforts. Master Chai's own efforts have not been without struggle. But he hath proven himself to be a determined soul. I doubt not, but that the work shall be complete ere long. We may continue on our way once more. Though it hath been years in the making, at long last do the people stand united in defiance of the world's fate. Their hopes spurred us ever onward towards journey's end. Whatsoever awaits us, when thou takes those final steps, I pray it shall be with a smile upon my face. But premature do I give myself to several musings. Many more pressing concerns demand our attention. Not the least of which is a matter of how we might reach the mountain, detached from the land as it is. For present, 'twould appear we have matters here well at hand. Perhaps thou shouldst take thine ease for a time. Wilt thou need every ounce of thy strength for the trials ahead?
Would you look at that? The citizens of Eulmore engaging in what can only be described as manual labor. Who would have thought it possible? Do you know the most reliable way to deal with those who stubbornly refuse to see reason? You conquer them.
crush them under heel. Such was the trusted method of Alec, and one still favored by Garlemald. But conquest is the easy part. The true challenge begins once the dust has settled, quenching the glowing embers of animosity and maintaining a semblance of peace. This requires the conqueror to treat the conquered with dignity, and the conquered to let bygones be bygones, a difficult feat to achieve. But you have achieved just that, to my considerable surprise. It's a compliment. Take it. The vibrant energy that fills the air when like-minded souls gather. To think back on that time before time, fair brings a tear to the eye. What? You thought ancient beings like us incapable of crying? Well, rest assured that if your heart can be broken, then so can mine. Back when the world was whole, we had family, friends, loves. Men knew peace and contentment, and with our adamant souls, we could live for an age. There was no conflict born of want or disparity. Our differences paled into insignificance next to all we had in common. And then there was Amarok. Never was a city more magnificent. From the humblest streets to the highest spires, she fairly gleamed. Not that you would remember any of this. Never mind. The point is, the world of old was a far better place than what we have now. I believe you would like it, having witnessed the things you have. Remember, you are of the source. Unlike the half-men here, you stand only to gain. Should you survive the remaining calamities, you will become our equal. A complete existence in a complete world. But such talk is a pleasure for later. Back to work, hero. Ah, there was one thing I had meant to ask. How well do you know the exile? Has he ever deigned to show you what hides beneath the cowl? What? Never? Even to you? How very interesting. I shall enjoy working out what it means. Until next time.
Doubted you for a moment.
Oh, those are some big Talos.
It's alive. I don't know if you remember, but when we first met in this world, I was all but spent. I never thought to wonder why until now. I think it all just got to be too much. The guilt of causing the flood. Knowing everyone hated me. But the worst thing was the solitude. Time wears you down, aye. Solitude eats away at you. It was this close to finishing me off. But as bad as it got, and as empty as I felt, I can't even begin to imagine what it must be like for Emmett's son. All of which is a long way of saying, don't make a choice that leaves you alone. Nothing is worth that. Especially not eternity.
Glad tidings, my friend. The ladder lives again.
The three of us have been invited to do the honors. Are you up for it? Of course, if you're worried that the whole thing might come crashing down, we can always find someone else. That's the spirit. Come on, then.
We rode the ladder too, my comrades and I. Once upon a time. Watched the horizon grow, and the town shrink below us. Awed and terrified in equal measure, we ascended without a word, the silence broken only by the rhythm of the gears. No one but me remembers that day. Remembers our journey and our end. Retread the path. Seek, and you may yet find.
Okay, with the music being this epic, I'm a little worried. Not gonna lie. And here we are, at the top rung. The others should arrive ere long. No, Sapphire, come here quick. There's something I need you to see. What could this be about? There's a village Sapphire over to the northeast. So there is. Yep, after 2 decades without a ladder in operation, I would not be surprised if this isolated settlement that had long since been abandoned. Nor I, but that was before I spotted someone leaving it and proceeded to head in our direction, all the while trying to remain unseen. Whoever this mystery person is, they should still be out there. Go on, take a look. There's someone, right? And they're spying on us. Personally, I don't feel comfortable not knowing who they are. What do you say we investigate? I'm curious too in this bit, and I dare say we have a bit of time ere the others are sent. It's settled then. Let's head to the village and see if it's indeed inhabited. What news? Were you able to find anything of note? Indeed, while there's no one to be seen, it's plain this village is anything but abandoned. If the villagers are trying to console themselves, they're doing a rather poor job at it. But if they don't wish to be seen, what are we to do? I say, aren't you the ones who saved my life? Huh? Who did we save? Wait, is this the artist kid? Oh my god, I was right. Ever since we parted ways, I've worried for you. Bound for the city as you were, I never did imagine that we'd meet again. Here, of all places. How did he get up here, though? We could say the very same thing to you, my friend. Glad to see you hale and whole. But tell me, what is this village? It's Amity. A settlement made up of those who survived being exiled from Eulmore. Wait, huh? As I wandered the wilds, I came across a chance to cross paths with an inhabitant of these parts. He took me through a secret tunnel which led to the top of the Bright Cliff. I've been up here ever since. Life is hard, but we know some semblance of peace. Well, we did at any rate until Mountain Gulch broke away from the Earth. Oh, then just as sudden the ladder started moving again. And you feared whoever was coming up would threaten your lives. Aye, but I see now there's no cause for concern. Will you tell me what has happened? What has brought you here? So Vothri is a Sin Eater, and he's fled to Mount Gulch, or Gulg. It is a strange tale, but I have no reason to doubt your words. I owe you my very life. If there is anything I can do to help, you need but say the word. Your people would be most welcome, Tristal. To begin with, we request your people's permission to reconnoiter the area. If we are to confront Vothri, we must find a way to reach Mountain Gulch. Of course, you hardly need our permission to be here. I will tell the others about you and yours. Now, we haven't much to offer in the way of hospitality, but our village is at your disposal. Please use it as you see fit in your quest. Alright, with that, we are going to end this vid, and I feel like I should be done with Shadowbringers in about probably 5 videos. The 5th video I will be streaming, like all the level 80 quests and on, I will be streaming just so I can say I've been streaming, because I have not been streaming in the longest time. But in the meantime, hit that like and subscribe, go over to my Twitch, hit the follow so you know when I'm actually streaming, because by the time this goes up, I will probably have already finished Shadowbringers. And we'll probably be on Endwalker. Until then, be good to yourself. Be good to others, and as always, stay true to you. Laters.
Can you feel it wrapped around your soul with no control? You can't